Megan.
And I'm Ciera, and we're from TC2. So, today's video is a little bit different because Maggie isn't here. She will actually be doing her own video next week just because of some scheduling conflicts. Yeah. So, Megan and I decided to take the opportunity to do something that we're probably going to regret.
But I am so excited for it right now. So I guess I had the idea of like trying out as many different workout classes as we could in a day. So we ended up getting 4 scheduled for today, which is kind of hard to get different workout classes scheduled in a time where you can still get to them all. After our first class, we literally have to drive straight to the other class and like get started.
So our first class is a barre class, and then that's from 9:45 to 10:45. And we have to go straight to our boxing class, which is from 11 to 12. And then after that, I think it'll get a little bit easier because we have a short break.
Yeah, we have a 2-hour break, and then we're going to do hot yoga. And then we are going to have another like 3-hour break almost, and then we're going to do a Zumba class. And also, all of these have like one of them's free because it's at our rec, and then the other 3 all have like first free sessions if you're new to the place, so it's not like this is going to be super expensive or anything.
I'm hoping that we can find some classes that we really enjoy and maybe we'll potentially like do more of in the future. Also, I want to point out that this is not supposed to be like a way you should actually work out. This is strictly for entertainment purposes, and we will probably never do this again.
So we're going to do our best recording some clips in the class and also like kind of going into each place. Again, we've never been to like 3 of these places. So it's brand new for us. We're going to have to go through the whole process of figuring out how it works. Also, quick shout out to our new merch. If you want to shop it, it's down below, and it's international. We've got some sweatshirts, t-shirts, and a sticker. So if you want to check it out, that would mean a lot to us.
And I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Before the class started, we grabbed all the equipment that we needed. So we grabbed 2 light dumbbells, a band, and then the core ball and the yoga mat were already at the bar area. And when the class started, we started out with some light breath work and dynamic stretching and slowly moved into the actual workout portion. And the workout consists of a lot of isometric holding movements, pulsatile, small range of motion movements, and eventually works into larger range of motion movements. And all of this is set to the beat of the music that's playing at the time. And at the end of the workout, we ended with some static stretching and breath work. Alright, so we just finished our first class of the day. We are skedaddling to our second class, which is boxing. I think we actually got a good number of clips for the barre class. It was actually really challenging. Like, I knew it was going to be challenging, but you really don't get that much of a break, and it's a lot of pulsing, which I was really worried gets you. The first, like, when I looked at my phone and looked at the time, I was like, it was 10:09, and I was like, how am I supposed to make it through the rest of the class? But like after that, it got way more like manageable. So the first part was harder, and then it got better, and it was definitely more like still challenging. It was a lot of the pulsing stuff the second half, but it was like a different kind of hard. I was also just like for a first time experience, like I was kind of like waiting to leave class and feel like bombarded with like, do you want to sign up now? But like she literally just gave us like the class schedule and some salt in case we're sore, and nothing, like no pressure to sign up or anything. So it was a really good experience. The place was super cute, and the instructors and people that worked there were great. So it was a good experience, and like definitely considering how nervous I was just to like go try out a new class I'd never done before, it was like 10 out of 10. And like they made it so easy for like us who like we've never done that before. They were like explained everything. It was pretty simple to catch on to. So now we're on to boxing. Never done boxing before. I know that we have to like, we might have to pay for a wrap because they said either bring your own or you might have to pay for it there, but like you have to use that for part of the class. So I think we have to pay for that. I don't know how much it costs. They're gonna be like, why are you so late? I already warned them that we were not going to be showing up that early, so we'll catch you guys there. Guys, the class is starting right now. This is why you don't go to fitness classes. We're like 2 minutes away, so hopefully they aren't mad at us. Alright, we are here. We got to run into class and get our hands wrapped. I'm scared, they're gonna hit me! At our boxing class, we had to start off by getting our hands wrapped and grabbing a pair of boxing gloves. And we started out with a warm-up of shadow boxing, stretching, and some cardio stuff like jumping jacks. Then you move into 8 3-minute rounds where the trainer tells you
a series of punches that you have to do for 3 minutes straight. And after those 8 rounds are over, you do 15 minutes of abs with a medicine ball.
Okay, we just finished our first boxing class. Couple things that I will note. So at the very beginning, I literally felt like so dumb just punching the air because we didn't even like do anything with the mats yet. I've never done anything like this.
I took a self-defense class for one of my college courses, and so I was familiar with some of the punching styles where Megan didn't know like any of that at all. But there's only like 6 punches or whatever.
Are literally so sweaty right now. Yeah.
We did have to pay for the wraps, but we get to keep them.
They were only $10, so that's probably the only thing we're paying today.
And then
I don't know if I would do it again. It really hurt my hands, honestly, a lot. Like,
I kind of liked it.
Crunched up. There were parts of it that I liked, and then parts of it where I was like, I don't know about this. So
when I got into like the groove of things, it was like, oh, I'm like actually doing it right. Then I felt like powerful and stuff. And then Ryan was like, what are we doing? And then I felt
that was me most of the class.
But I will say it like felt pretty individualized. Like it was like definitely go your own pace.
Yeah,
like,
it was like
yourself.
hardly kind of like a class really. It was just like it was a class, but it was very like you do what you're doing. Here's the next like sequence to do, and then just the instructor kind of walked around and helped people out with
and then
stuff.
we ended with abs. I actually liked the ab exercises. They were like ones that I'd never done before, and I think I might.
And it made it so you weren't boxing for like an hour.
Yeah,
so that was good.
I'm honestly so proud of myself. I thought by the end of this, I would feel like I'm gonna like throw up. I have an issue with like feeling like sick after working out or like workout classes. So I was so afraid that like after doing 2 classes back to back, I'd be like ready to just like call it quits.
I'm feeling
and call
good,
it
honestly.
I know,
like,
I feel good too.
We got 2 more classes to go.
We're gonna like cut to tomorrow when it's like us barely being able to get out of bed. I'm sure we'll get clips of like us tomorrow morning. But I'm feeling really good, and I'm feeling like ready to take on the
right
last 2
now.
classes.
If you were to just like pick a favorite out of just like overall between bar and boxing, what would you pick?
Probably bar.
I would pick
still,
bar too.
But I liked
Bar was a good vibe. Like bar is like my vibe. Just like the studio there. I don't know. I just really liked it. But we still have 2 more places to go. One place is the rec. So already like I've taken classes at the rec, but I've never taken a Zumba class at the rec. So that might be more challenging.
But our next class isn't until 2 o'clock, so I think we're gonna go get lunch. Alright, so it's almost 2 o'clock. We're heading to our next location. We're doing something called Hotworx, and it's kind of interesting. It's different than like the other studios because
I had no idea how it worked before.
It's not really like a group
looked into it.
fitness thing. So what you do is there's these like sauna rooms, and you can choose between yoga, cycling, some sort of band class, bar, stuff like that.
Other stuff.
And it's basically like you go in the room and there's a TV on the screen that will like guide you through the class, so there's no instructor there.
It's just like multiple small rooms. Like not, because it's like you don't have to move around a lot for these classes. So it's just like, I don't know, we'll show you the room when we get in there.
Yeah, but it'll be kind of nice, especially like yoga. I'm like excited to just like chill out. Hopefully it's like flow yoga, not like high intensity yoga. And the room gets to be nice and warm. I might hate that like halfway through it, but it's gonna be good.
So we are in here a little bit beforehand, so she said we could just kind of relax a little bit.
It's not as hot. I mean, it's starting heating up, but like it's not like as hot as I thought it would be right
It should be just like a nice, like sunny day of yoga, kind of. So we're just waiting for the class to start. I think it's going to be a rather chill class. It's also not a full hour. I don't know why I thought it was. I knew it wasn't, but I didn't register that. So Ciera's double checking how long it is. I will say they also have like just a small like functional gym area.
That was nice. Maybe we'll get
which like we'll try and maybe get back around to look at again. But it's like this is one of the cheaper places I saw for membership, and so I'm like kind of intrigued. It's 24/7 if you're a member.
And it's like their emphasis is quick workouts, and like me, I like quick workouts.
So I'm kind of intrigued, you guys. I think we're almost heated up, and then I think that this starts over. It's just like replaying because they said that it plays on a loop. Are you ready, Ciera?
I think so. I'm feeling zen, and it's only yoga, so.
I said that these black things were where the infrared came from. So it's not just hot, it's like infrared also, which they were talking about how that has some benefits. So yeah. Guys, I'm getting so sweaty. It's getting real. Guys, I'm trying to do you see how much I'm sweating right now? Oh my god, I've never sweated this much in my entire life. Tree pose, Megan, tree pose. Ew, don't look at me. We're done. I'm incredibly sweaty. I think this is the most I've ever sweat, ever. Just really quick, I want to show you the other area this place has, so you can kind of come do stuff before a class. So that's definitely a perk if me and Ciera actually want to start working out here. This isn't exactly a squat rack, which is kind of sad, but they've got actually quite a bit of stuff. Okay, so I'm sure we got a lot of clips of just us being this is so hard and we're so hot and sweaty. It's interesting because, I mean, the room literally gets between 120 to 127 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's extremely hot. But not as hot as you would think. It's definitely hot, but it's doable. There were definitely times where I had to take breaks and stuff during the class, and that's fine. It was weird because we were laying down at first before the class started, and I was like, it doesn't even feel that hot in here. And I think when you stand up, you're like, it's hot. But, or I've never sweat so much in my entire life. I had sweat going in my eyes, so it was literally I could feel it dripping off of me. I know, we were my hands were sweaty, my feet the Warriors, were sweaty. I felt drips going down like that. And we are people that sweat a ton when we work out. So that was an interesting experience for sure, having to wipe myself off all the time. Also the actual workout, I was kind of really did yoga, but I was also kind of worried that with it being so hot I would start feeling sick or something. But even though it's really hard, you don't feel sick. At least I didn't feel sick. Yeah, I agree. It was really just kind of it's really hot in here, and I liked that you were by yourself, and so there's literally no pressure at all. There were plenty of times where I was how are these instructors on the TV still going? And I would come down 2 times during one exercise, because it's all isometric, at least for the yoga stuff. It's all you hold a pose for, I think they did for a minute or something. Yeah. So I actually liked it. The price is good, at least I think they said for a monthly thing of just unlimited, you can go 24/7. It's $49 a month, so not bad considering how much gym memberships usually cost. So I showed you guys the extra gym clip too, so the fact they had that, I didn't know they had that, so that was an extra surprise. But I think that if we were to get a membership at any of the places we went today, it would be this place probably. But yeah, we have a nice break until our next class. Yeah, it's a little past 3. Our next one is at 5:30, and I don't really want to go. But no, I don't want to go either. We will, because 3 is nothing. 4 is the video. Alright, it is officially time for us to go to our very last class of the day. Thank goodness, because I do not want to go to another one after this. So this is the Zumba class. It also said something about work, W-E-R-Q. It's a combined Zumba work class. I don't know what that means at all. But it's an hour long, so we'll be done at 6:30. And this one we probably won't be able to get as many clips of. But I think we did a pretty good job with our other classes earlier. So hopefully we'll just catch you guys, we'll just catch you guys after the class. Maybe get a couple clips. Alright, up to the 3rd floor. So for the work Zumba class, we essentially just danced for 60 minutes straight trying to follow along with the teacher, and you guys can laugh at the 5 seconds that we got of our horrible dancing. Alright, so it is the next day. We kind of want to start off by talking about the Zumba work class because we didn't really touch on that after the class. I actually was pleasantly surprised by how difficult it was not. Yeah, I was confused what you were saying. Yeah. It was actually really easy and not challenging to get through the class at all, so that was kind of nice because I was nervous, having never done one of those classes before, that it was going to be a lot of cardio, and I don't usually do well when it's a full cardio class. Some of it was I'm not a good dancer, so some of the dances, I think you can tell that there's some people that go every single week and like already know the dances and stuff. So it was like harder to kind of be have it be the first time there, but it was also like not that complicated.
To catch on to though. Like you do a lot of the same motions over and over, and so like after the first time doing it, you kind of catch on for the next time. So basically how the class worked for us is like, I think each song lasted about 5 minutes, and so you do a dance for that song, and then like the next song would just start right after that.
And then you just learn a different dance sequence for each song.
Yeah,
so.
And like Megan said, it was actually like pretty easy. It was pretty fun. I don't know if I would do it again, but
I also wouldn't like not.
I feel like if I did it again, I'd be like, oh, like that was fun, and not because it was like a great workout.
Yeah.
So that's my.
So let's talk about how sore we woke up being.
I actually wasn't as sore as I thought I would be.
I agree. I'm definitely sore.
Yeah,
in quite a few spots, but it's like only like somewhat sore all over, rather than like extremely sore in like certain spots.
It's definitely for me, like my quads and my back are the most sore.
I feel like my upper body is sore, but honestly, considering that we were doing stuff for like 3 to 4 hours yesterday, not bad.
So, should we do like a review for each place real quick?
Sure.
So, Barre, really liked it, really liked the environment. I liked the class, it was pretty easy to follow, and I would probably do it again if I wanted to.
Only downside
pay for it.
is the price.
Yeah.
Second class was boxing. Overall, I did like it. I don't know if I personally would do it again.
I could see myself doing it again, like only like every, you know, once in a blue moon, just like, oh, like let's go to a boxing class, because like that was kind of fun. But I wouldn't like sign up for like a weekly boxing class.
And then the third thing we did was
Hotworx yoga.
The third thing we did was Hotworx yoga. I would do that again. So the only way I can do that again is if I get a membership.
I'd be interested to try out the other classes.
Doing that.
The only thing that kind of like makes me hesitate with that is that I still overall really like resistance training and strength training as my primary form of working out. So like they don't offer like any like strength training classes there, but they do have like the open free weight area. I just don't know if it would be necessarily worth it, if I would still rather probably do resistance training.
And then the last thing we did was the Zumba class, which you guys just heard us talk about.
Yeah.
And overall, I liked it. It didn't feel as much like a workout to me, which is like both a good thing, but also like if I'm trying to feel like I worked out, not a good thing. But I would consider doing it again.
Yeah, I would do it for fun.
So those are our thoughts on all the classes and what our experience was like doing 4 different workout classes in one day. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel down below.
The shout out from last week's video goes to this person on the screen right here. Thank you so much for watching our videos and supporting us. If you guys want a chance to be next week's shout out, comment down below your favorite way to work out.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye!